What's good, y'all? It's your boy Just Blaze, host of Above the Rim. Subscribe and tune in each week to hear me and a special guest discuss the latest in the NBA, the way you want to hear it, with the topics that you want to hear. Keep it locked.
Point game! Point game. Now that point game, that means one more point, man. We win this.
I understand.
$500 point game, all right?
I understand.
What you gonna do, man? You gonna teach class to play basketball?
Yo, I've been teaching class on you all day. Taking you right to the clinic, baby. Come on. Matter of fact, class is in session again. Ding, ding, check. I'm gonna just leave it up there. Give me some.
You know I get you.
Oh. Oh, shit. Just, oh, this hard goddamn work being this good.
Shut the fuck up.
Talk about it!
You are now tuned in to Above the Rim.
Welcome to Above the Rim, episode 73. Brought to you by your honorable host, it's your boy Justin, aka Just Blaze, as always. Joining me this week, two guests pulled up to Above the Rim. First off is my brother and friend of the show, Damo. What's good, homie?
Back to back. What's good, brother?
Back again. What's going on? And we also have another familiar voice all the way from the West Coast, the homie BTG, Baylor the Great. What's good, my brother? How you living?
It all makes sense in the fourth quarter.
It damn sure do. And I must say, I'm surprised that you two haven't been on an episode yet together, man. It's a long time coming for y'all, too.
It's about time, man.
I mean, about time, man.
I've been looking forward to this, man.
Definitely, man. So family, so you can find Above the Rim anywhere you listen to podcasts, whether that be on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Spotify, wherever. And to get in contact with me or the show, you can follow me on Twitter at JustBlaze_513. IG is JustBlaze513. On Facebook, just search Above the Rim Podcast, and also email the show as well at AboveTheRimNBAPodcast@gmail.com. Baylor, where can the family find you?
At Baylor the Great on Twitter and IG. And basically up in that thread, we already know about that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it. You know, BTG for president, Open Run with BTG.
Oh, both of them, Joyce. Make sure you go out and go check that. I mean, I'm sure the family listens to it by now. You've been on here enough times. But if you don't, make sure you do. And if you have any feedback for the show, responses to the questions, call up the Talk About It line. Talk about it! Leave your boy a voicemail and let me know what's on your mind. That number is 908-718-1592. And you can send responses via email as well. And this is a high-quality show I got for y'all this week, because we're going to be talking about the clutch gene. The clutch gene, fellas. Everyone knows what it is, but do you really know what it is? Because clutch gene can mean a lot. There's a lot of things. So we'll be discussing that. We'll be discussing Luke Walton's scorching ass hot coaching seat and much more. But before we get into that, let me get into something that I've noticed on the lowest of keys, fellas. And family, I need y'all to keep the same energy on my man Carmelo Anthony right now.
Come on,
Keep the same energy on my man Ella. Y'all said he was washed. Y'all said he was trash. Said Kyle Korver was better than him.
So disrespectful.
You said he can't adjust to a new system. He's a ball hog, ball stopper, black hole, wouldn't try to play defense. And my man Melo's been showing up lately, man. He has been. In this early part of the season, we know it's only 7-8 games in. He's picked up his players of late. Last 4 games, he averaging over 20, over 50% from the field, 47% from 3. For the season, he's averaging 15 and 5. But most importantly, he's averaging a career high 54% effective field goal percentage from the field. A career high for Melo. And I went this weekend. Damo, you know, Baylor, you know, I went out to the Nets game versus the Rockets, and I like the energy from my man Melo. He was there in front of the home crowd, CP, and he put on a show for your boy.
I mean, you know, we're not even 10 games in yet, you know, like let's pump the brakes a little bit. Everybody's gonna have a crazy field goal percentage.
Man.
Come on now. Holla at me after All-Star break, man.
Okay.
Keep that same energy.
Okay, my energy always the same, BTG. You always hear me say it. It's always the same, dog.
Damo said you gotta wait after Thanksgiving. So, you know what I'm saying? After a few plates here and there, you spend a lot of money on Christmas, now I gotta see what's going on.
Exactly, man. Melo might be sluggish after Thanksgiving or something. You know, he might slow down.
He might, but remember, we got him for the postseason, brother. I just wanted to say, my man Melo's looking a little comfortable right now. He's looking good.
He's starting to fit in.
I hear you.
You hear that, man? So, to some news around the NBA. D.Rose out here dropping 50s. Dropping 50s, fellas. I was very impressed and happy for D.Rose. Damo,
That
as
was
we
kind
all
of
know,
personal.
it was very personal. Let me tell you why, family. Damo was always hating on D.Rose. He was the first person that he ever sent overseas. saying that D.Rose was washed up, Baylor.
Started the overseas campaign.
And he sent him overseas because he thought he had nothing left. And he came
Damo, you put him on a boat already?
No, listen, man. Listen, I wasn't hating on dude. Let's get it corrected. All right. Usually when somebody goes overseas, you know, I wanted D-Rose. I felt bad for him, man. I wanted him to go. I sent him overseas because I wanted him to gain his confidence back. I didn't think he was going to gain it in the NBA the way he's doing it now.
He star-buried him.
But you know what? He went to the Knicks. And like I always say, the Knicks is like the rehabilitation home for the NBA. So that was the right place for him to go there and build his confidence instead of going overseas. You see, he went to the Knicks. He averaged 18 for the year. Now look, he's looking like he's back. And I think he deserves a starting job, man.
Oh,
I think he deserves. I'm happy for him, man.
Bailey,
when he
your
dropped
thoughts?
that 50, I almost shed a tear.
As well, I think he's one of the forefathers when it comes to talking about like the scoring number one option PGs. You know what I mean? I think he's third overall in the most tragic careers behind Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill. And
I could agree with that.
Yeah. Because I thought he was going to be promising. Like, you know how back in the day you had I know Damo gonna like this. You had the Kobe versus T-Mac battle.
Oh yeah.
I think we would have had that same type of battle, or the beginning of it between him and Westbrook. You know, a lot of cats out here talk about who was the more athletic, who was the more explosive, and
I definitely was one of them.
Yeah, and you know what? I gave the nod to D.Rose as being more explosive. I thought Westbrook had better defense at the time, but Rose was more explosive to me, and it was sad to see that go. But as long as if he comes off the bench for the rest of his career, he'll always be on that 6-man list to me.
I agree with you. I do think he's a very strong possible 6-man of the year candidate for Derrick Rose right now. I mean, but he kind of is starting in and out to begin the season, though. Like a few games he's starting, a few games he's not starting.
Right.
A lot of people are saying for him to start over Jeff Teague. I don't know about that yet because I feel like D-Rose would give you a nice punch off the bench. I feel like he's at his career. He's at the same road as kind of how we look at Melo right now. As to be maybe an off the bench spot scorer.
I think it's a little too early for him, though. I think he deserves a second chance, man. Like, sort of like a redemption for him. That's why I'm saying he needs to start. But as long as he's in minutes with the Timberwolves, I don't think he's gonna win the 6-man because that franchise just look like it's in shambles. They may not even make the playoffs.
But see, Dama, when you say he should start, and Bale, I'm gonna ask you as well. When you guys say he should start, is that a championship caliber team? Would he be starting on a championship caliber team? That's my question.
I think I'm scared to see him start because I think the more minutes that's increased, the higher chance of him blowing the tire. You know, and I also think he's taking advantage of the whole Jimmy Butler circus. So he was like, look, while all the cameras and the media is focused on Jimmy B, the franchise, and Cat, I'm gonna just go out here and act the fool.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Tibbs is giving him the green light anyway.
Exactly.
I think maybe there's some remorse from Tibbs saying I did low-key ruin your career a little bit because I ran you down into the ground. So now I do want to give you the opportunity to shine and showcase your abilities so he can have that maybe I don't know if he's definitely not going to get a fat contract, but he could get a little $5 million because I believe he's playing for the minimum now, right?
I don't know.
It's the minimum.
Probably so.
Yeah.
But he deserves to get a nice paycheck, though.
How nice?
I think he deserves a little bit above league minimum, and I also think he deserves to play on a playoff / championship contender team.
Okay. I mean, I would like him to move on from Minnesota. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I would like him to be on a better, like you said, a championship contending team off the bench. I believe he could be nice.
San Antonio?
Oh, what if he came off the bench for Portland?
Or the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh,
that would be very, I think that would
He would
help.
get the opportunities with Drew Holiday.
I didn't even think about that one. They definitely could use him.
Me neither, because I'm still I'm fast forwarding thinking AD catching a flight to LA, but that's a whole nother show though.
I mean, he damn well might be. I feel like that's going to be next year because I think he's going to request a trade at the end of the season. But
what about Philly?
I don't like Philly. Like
I feel like they're not going to use him properly.
Yeah,
that's true. But I mean, they need it though, and it's the East.
They need a lot. Yeah, that is true.
What about Milwaukee? That would be nice.
Because they have Brogdon and Bledsoe, I would say no.
I think Brogdon is going to be out of there, though.
There's not a lot of teams that he can fit right now. Maybe Detroit. I need a point guard. Reggie Jackson and D.Rose.
But we're not sold on Detroit like we sold on Toronto right now.
Exactly. I definitely agree. 100% agree. So it's a tough fit, really, like picking and choosing where you think Rose can actually like flourish right now, because he needs a certain type of roster in order for him to flourish.
Is there a comeback player of the year award? Is that a such thing? I think they need to make that a thing, man. Maybe that can motivate some players and we can have more competitiveness without the league.
I thought there was an award that's kind of like similar to that. What is that award called?
Most improved.
Most improved is somewhat.
It's somewhat like a comeback player of the year, though. Sort of.
True.
But usually when I think comeback player of the year, I think of someone who was out of the league for a few years or maybe hurt for a few years and you finally have a
D.Rose would definitely be the face of that award right there.
Yeah, for real. For sure. But moving on. Luke. Mr. Luke Walton. To see this hot, fellas. It's scorching out here. It's 105 degrees out there in LA, I'll tell you right now. I just want to throw out one thing. 42-17. 42-17, BTG. And I'm talking to you.
Yeah, it happens.
Just want to throw that out. 42-17, if you guys don't know, was the first quarter score on the Raptors-Lakers game at the Staples Center this weekend with the Raptors star player Kawhi Leonard
out.
Didn't even play.
That was embarrassing.
It was you better believe your boy was sitting there on his lazy boy in the crib, chilling, watching this SmackDown, grinning, because Mr. Luke Walton had a front row seat to his own job slipping away from underneath his grasp. And if you didn't know, Magic had a meeting with Luke Walton over the weekend, on Friday, I believe, or something like that. He gave Luke a little spoken to, a little lashing he gave to Luke, a little scolding, I would say. Not necessarily threatening his job, but more so of a warning about his job, meaning let's get this together, let's ride this ship, or else shit may go down. And so I'm going to start with your thoughts first, Baylor, on what has transpired right now with this whole Luke coaching Magic, LeBron, LA Bron fiasco going on right now, Laker Lane, because you got a front row seat to that. And then I'm going to get into my Luke slander. So, Baylor, what's your thoughts on this Luke fiasco?
Okay, well, I mean, you absolutely correct. It was one of those Magic pulled him along and said, yo, look, check this out, homie. It was one of those. Mm-hmm. It was one of those. But I want to say this. I think, this is the thing. You think I disagree with you. Mm-hmm. I don't fully disagree with you.
Okay.
I actually think you're right. There is a hot seat, but that seat was already hot before he got there.
Fair.
He didn't create that heat at all. Now, he won us 35 games last year, didn't he?
Yes.
With a 12U team, and they play, and they played well. Some of those games we were in, about 10, 15 games we could have won. Not saying that we would have made the playoffs, but we was on our way. Now, you said that he wasn't a right coach because of the personalities.
Yes.
And I said, okay, but this is where I say this is where we differ at. You got to let it unfold. Nothing personality-wise has went wrong yet.
Oh, really? You think so? Because it was a big fight. That's a personality clash right there.
Yeah,
Why weren't your players in order?
But that was Bloods and Crips before he even got there. They wasn't getting along before Luke even got there.
But think about it. Your coach is basically the judge, jury, and the execution of your players on the floor at that point. He's basically the disciplinary.
That's true, but Rondo and CP3 are grown men. You can't prevent them from doing anything that's on the court. And you know Rondo is A1 nutty.
True.
So and this has been brewing for over years. And that particular game, you know, Cass was going back and forth. CP3 is not an angel, and Rondo has never been an angel.
True indeed.
And so that was spotlight right there. That had nothing to do with Luke. Nothing at all.
Hey, Billy, man, you got to understand, man, a lot of that hate from Justin is coming from because Luke been with the Warriors.
No.
You gotta understand.
No. Hey,
he got Warrior blood inside of him. So
you gotta say nothing because, like I said, my new slogan is "It all makes sense in the fourth quarter." I know this goes back to Golden State, but before we get there, though, just before we get there, let me tell you: is Luke's seat hot? Yes, it is. Is it because of him? No, it's not. And I'm gonna tell you why. When you look at our team stats, first of all, 21st in defense.
Poor,
right?
Yes.
There's only one defense you can actually play in the NBA. That's man to man. Okay, so it's not like Luke can yell out to the floor and be like, "Yo, all right, let's switch it and go 2-3." You can't do that. Let's switch it and go to a 1-3-1. You can't do that. You have to play man. Our best man-to-man defensive player is Lonzo and KCP. KCP is coming off the bench, playing like dumpster juice. Zoe and Rondo, they got to pick up the slack. Now, Zoe can play man-to-man defense pretty well. He's not excellent at it, but he's the best that we got on the team. Rondo is up in age, and most of his defense comes from his jaws. Okay, so I mean, what do you want? What do you want Lou to do? What do you want Luke to do on that?
I hear you, but is it not? I got one question. Is it not the coach's job to prepare you with the proper defensive game plan? Is it not his job?
What defensive game plan did you need? We know CP3 is going to facilitate.
Game plan is that's called. Some teams they know they don't they can communicate well, so they switch. You see how the Rockets, they don't have an individual great defensive players, but they make sure they switch. And what is that? That's a part of communication, which is a part of a defensive game plan. They're not a great defense.
You have a few players on Houston that play defense individually,
and you have a few players on the Lakers who play great individual defense. Lonzo's a great perimeter defender. Lance is a solid perimeter defender. KCP is a solid perimeter defender. JaVale McGee is a solid rim protector, but not a good individual defender, but he's a solid rim protector. Rondo is supposed to be a good defender. Josh Hart is a solid perimeter defender. That's about 3 or 4 names. You're
giving a lot of solids out. Now, you gave JaVale McGee a rim protector, right? Of course, he's averaging about 4 or 5 blocks of the game. But what happens when your guy is pulling you out and knocking those 3 balls down?
I hear that, but solid should mean you should be at least middle of the pack. 15.
Okay, so what does that have to do with Luke? Luke is not on the floor.
It's Luke's job to prepare
Who's saying he's not preparing them?
Well, they're not executing. So then it's somebody's
so that's not on Luke.
Listen, man.
I tell my son every game, you have to control your attitude. What does he go out there and do?
That has nothing to do with preparing you with the game plan, right? And then the players have to all buy into a system that they're going to execute the game plan. But I'm going to take it a step further for you. I just think, honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I just think personally LeBron doesn't have that much respect for Luke. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
I can believe that. But at the same time, that still doesn't take away from what he's actually helping us do, though.
Okay.
See, you're trying to say that Bron doesn't respect him. What coach has he ever respected?
Well, let me get there. And I'm going to say, honestly, what has Luke done to warrant this kind of respect that you say LeBron should give him right now? He doesn't have a title on his own. Yes, he was an assistant coach, but there are plenty of assistant coaches that make the leap to a head coach and can't really perform.
You could say the same. You could say the same about Tyronn Lue. What did he warrant to get LeBron's respect?
I can say that, but Tyler
You
was
can
in a
throw
hot seat.
Spoelstra in there too, though.
But Tyler was in a hot seat every single year, just like Luke is. So we in the same boat. It's a LeBron-led team, correct?
Yes.
I'm saying you guys are giving Luke more leeway than you would give anybody else because it's in LA or
But you
in
want to
LA or because it's Luke.
You want to know why? No, you want to know why we're getting him more leeway?
Why?
Because this is his first year coaching, Bron.
Exactly.
And only 7-8 games. You haven't even let him coach
You
him
already
yet.
know this is coming with a LeBron-led team.
So I'm glad you guys said that because I'm going to take it a step further.
Let's keep walking up them steps, baby. We're getting healthy.
LeBron is known for his coaches having a very short leash. So this is nothing Lou. And how he's performing is however you want to slice it. Luke's not performing well. He has bad rotations. Is that clear?
That's one. Okay.
Number two, a lack of leadership and official direction for his team.
What leadership are you looking for? What are you talking about?
Leadership from the bench in the aspect of, you know how I always talk about gravity and how he's being a leader of men. Do you see him gravitating the players on the sidelines?
I don't see what you want to physically want. I don't know what you mean by that. Are you talking about you want to see him engage more with the players as they come?
Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. Engaging more on a game-to-game basis. You see, like, listen.
Have you ever seen Jerry Sloan coach? He don't say a goddamn thing to his players.
Yeah, but he has a calm. But that's because his demeanor, his persona, has a calm gravity to him, as well as a guy like a Phil Jackson, a Zen master. Not to compare those guys, but I'm saying that they have a gravity towards them that players feel a need to shape up throughout the game if their coach is watching them. You get what I'm saying? Like, they know that coach is going to pull you out. I'm a little nervous about Luke if I mess up on a play because he's going to pull me out. Somebody
But
like
he has. You gotta let him grow up, though.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta. This is only his
what's-
third year coaching.
All right, that's 3 whole years.
Oh, you ready to cut him loose already?
Okay.
I'm
But
just saying you have to accelerate a process.
Just who did he have, though?
And then you keep changing his personnel. Then what you want a guy? It's only so much a guy can do when you change the personnel that he has.
Okay, then so why do we make the same excuses for a guy like... why do we have no excuse for a guy like Scotty Brooks, like a guy like Billy Donovan? What's the difference between them and Luke?
You want to know why?
It's a big difference.
I'm going to tell you right now.
What's the difference?
Look at his roster that he had.
Whose roster? Be clear. Whose roster?
Both.
Who? Billy Donovan and
We can
Scotty
look
Brooks?
at both. Look at the players they've been surrounded
Are they
with.
not?
Westbrook and John Wall. Those are their main guys. So
Exactly.
But
So
you
they're
have-
held at a higher standard.
Are they really? The Lakers are not held in a higher standard than the Wizards or the Oklahoma City Thunder?
It's their first year,
because
though.
you're looking at the overall franchise. You're not looking
You
at
guys
the
hear
roster
yourself?
that we got.
You have
Yes.
LeBron James on your team, so you know the expectations will be higher no matter what when you have a LeBron James on your
Right, but
team.
this is their first
Fair or
year
unfair?
together, though. This is not
understand-
their first year together with Billy Donovan, Westbrook, and Scotty Brooks and John Wall. They've got years under their belt already.
We understand.
Luke
that.
Walton has only had LeBron James for 10 games.
Less than 10 games.
But listen, I didn't say he should be fired already. I honestly said that he was going to finish out the season and then be fired. But
and that's appropriate because that makes sense. To me that's even too fast because we already gave the Lakers, because we already said before Bron even came, before we speculated that Bron was coming over, we said if we get a superstar and if it was him, we're just going to make it to the playoffs with that roster.
So then why is the fan base and why is the whole entire, I'm not even going to say Twitter, the LA fan base freaking out when you guys are not performing up to standards? I thought it was to be patient. When you guys see LeBron miss rotations, you guys are freaking out over that. I thought it was to be patient. Then be patient then.
No, because just because we're sitting up there critiquing the game doesn't mean that we want them fired. It's just that we see the mistakes during the game. We're allowed to fuss and get upset because we see the obvious things.
So fellas, when a team shows lack of effort, I just want to know who do you guys hold responsible when a team shows lack of effort?
Both. Both.
The star player and the coach.
Exactly, because I don't think it's fair that you putting it on the coach.
I'm not putting on just the coach. I'm just seeing if you guys are giving any blame to the coach. I need to see a threshold of blame that you give coaches.
Just, me and Jarv has been barking that it's his rotation that we didn't like. Did he not fix the rotation?
He fixed it slightly, but it hasn't translated to more wins, so we don't know if it works yet.
Well, you got to let him play it out, don't you?
Okay. And now, one last thing before we move on from Luke, right? I think that Luke has to improve on his game plan in the half court set as well. You see how he's playing the fastest pace in the league or top 3 or something like that?
We're the third best pace in the league.
Third best pace in the league. So why hasn't he implemented a half court game plan where is in a way that where you can preserve LeBron's energy throughout the game? Because I feel like LeBron can't sustain this pace for basically 100 game season when he's playing in the playoffs at this pace of play. Why has
I'm glad you asked that question because we don't have the personnel to run a half court set.
You have dribble, drive, penetrators, do you not? That's all. You have playmakers.
Our best penetrators come off the bench. That's Harden Lance.
Yeah, but Brandon Ingram is a penetrating playmaker. Alonzo is becoming a playmaker.
Yeah, he's becoming a playmaker, and B.I. is not efficient at going to the rim.
Okay.
A la last game.
Okay. Listen, man. I don't have
we got a fast break Showtime team. We just don't have any shooters.
I got a question for you, Bella. Did you, when LeBron came over, did you predict these guys making the playoffs? Like, how far did you see? What was the ceiling for these guys?
As being a delusional Laker fan, I said we can get like 4. We get the 4th or 5th seed. Mm. But realistically, I just want us to make it to the playoffs, 6, 7, 8 seed.
That's adequate for a LeBron team, 6, 7, 8 seed team.
No, but see, that's the thing though. You're looking at LeBron, the history.
Okay.
And you're looking at the Lakers, the franchise. You're not looking at LeBron, father time, and the Lakers with a young squad.
No, I just think you guys I guess I'm overestimating the talent that is on your squad because I think you guys are talented. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there are other teams that are definitively better.
But you're thinking like the Dallas Cowboy fans, like we're supposed to make it every year.
Listen, man, I didn't pick them to make the playoffs, man. I looked at that schedule, that beginning schedule.
Stop it. You not even making the playoffs?
Nope.
Stop it.
I think they're going to barely miss it.
I'm going to tell you like this. If LeBron missed the playoff, that's going to be like, breaking news. That's going to be on CNN.
I would never speak his name again if he misses the playoffs.
But you in the West, you got to bring it every night. You lose it to teams like Toronto without Kawhi Leonard. And that's schedule.
Why I said it's an effort thing.
And listen, every time LeBron he starts a new team or goes somewhere else, they always start off rocky. He got to get time to get in tune with the personnel there, the coach.
And I'm glad you brought that up really quick. My last point on the Lakers before we move on. I'm gonna say this, and I can't believe I'm saying this, and I'm hope I'm wrong on this, but man, LeBron James, I've been watching him throughout this season, 8 to 10 games in. This man does not look focused, super focused on this Laker team right now. He's not all the way in, fellas. Listen, his energy looks off. He doesn't look like he's having fun. He's giving that lazy-ass defensive effort. Low-key, some empty-ass stats. And I'm starting to believe that he came to LA for the IG likes.
What? Didn't I say this before?
Yes, I know.
What job like to say?
Man.
Empty calories. Yo, I told you this before. Once he went there, what was in LA before he even went there? He didn't even know who was there before he went there.
Yeah, but I just don't like what I'm seeing from him body language-wise, man. Bella, am I wrong?
He's all about Hollywood, man. He's all about Hollywood now.
This is the thing. When you say it on Twitter, we're not reading it right. You're correct, but you're not all the way on. You're not all the way on because you keep forgetting that we're saying this is just a playoff team. I know this is the Lakers, but this is just a playoff team. We've never said that before. That's foreign to us. But Come on, you really think that this roster can compete for a championship right now?
No, not for a championship, of course
So
not.
why are we acting like that?
I believe you can get to the first round. I believe, say for instance, you're a 4-5 matchup and you play, let's say, Portland in the first round. You don't think you guys could beat Portland in the playoff series?
Yeah, but it's going to be tough.
All right, but I'm saying, can you? Yes. And I said that you guys will get to the second round and lose. That was my ceiling for you guys. I feel like you can win a first round player series with LeBron on your team. That's ridiculous.
Just, have you ever heard of the South Bay Lakers?
I don't know.
That's our G League. That's our G League team.
Oh, it's the South Bay. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where Jonathan Williams and Isaac Bonga is at.
Oh, all I know is the Westchester Knicks.
So you know what I'm saying. You heard of Mo Wagner? He's still out.
Of course, Mo Wagner. Yeah, Zubac getting no burn.
Zubac not getting no burn, and when he do get burned, he's fouling out in about 5 minutes. So what do you want us to do?
Well, you got the savior, Tyson Chandler, coming over there.
Tyson Chandler coming back home. I'm very happy about.
Oh, Lord. We'll see about that. We're going to check in on them Lakers, man, because Luke, that's the side, man. Listen, he might be fired by the time this episode comes out. Who knows?
Man. Look, that's the thing, though. You might be right, but what I'm saying is he's not getting fired off of his performance. He's getting fired because they already had a plan in motion.
Yes.
That's it.
Which I definitely think they do. And he's not Magic Johnson's pick. He's not Magic Johnson's guy. He's just tolerating him right now.
Remember, he was there.
So the leash is short.
I was saying, remember, he was there before Magic, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Magic just cleaning up.
Exactly. So we monitor Luke C closely, man. So let's get to the nitty gritty of this episode, fellas. The clutch gene. So over the course of the years, we've seen some players completely dominate in crunch time, either to seal a W or to pull off a comeback and make fans go wild. But today, talking about those kind of players, the ones who have ice in their veins, the ones who always want to take the last second shot. So what exactly is a clutch player? Is it their performance in the fourth? Is it in the last 2 minutes? In the last shot? What is the most accurate way to designate a clutch performance of a player? So I'll start off here. In my opinion, clutch begins with accepting and embracing your role as the man. And with the game on the line, when it's time to demand the ball, clear out space, and make a play. That defines clutch to me. So, Damo, I'm going to start with you. What do you feel like? Define what is clutch in your mind.
Confidence. Confidence in yourself, your game, your skill set. Whatever you bring into the game, just know that when your time is called, you're going to rise to the occasion.
Okay. So, Bella, what about you?
Basically, a clutch player to me is embracing the moment and willing to take over the moment without a doubt. Without a single doubt. Everybody who has played sports on any level started out as a clutch player. We all have done it. We all been in a room and threw our dirty clothes in a dirty clothes hamper with less than 3 seconds left.
Oh,
so we've all,
hell yeah.
Yeah, we've trained to do it, but it's only certain players that has perfected it and went on to do it consistently.
I definitely agree.
I agree with that point. That was a good one. You got to unlock that ability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's true. And to me, like, the clutch gene is a real thing to me. Some people think that the clutch gene is or it isn't. And there's been some, differing opinions on that. And to me, some have it and some just don't. And to me, it's extremely difficult to acquire that clutch gene. But I feel like it is possible to learn how to be clutch throughout your career. But to me, the hardest part is developing that clutch gene, if you do have it, because I feel like you could take all the tough shots you want at the end of the game, but if you're not hitting them, and if there isn't a clear fear from the opposing team when you get the ball in those late seconds or those late situations, then I feel like you're not clutch.
There's a such thing as called the zone. That's a real thing.
Yes.
And I think, Billy, you play ball, right?
Yes,
we're all ballers here. I know at some point in our lives, we've all been there. We've been in the zone and we know what it feels like. Yes. It's a great feeling, man. You get in that zone and everything is just falling for you. I think it's something once you get there, you have to train your mind to make it consistent, like a consistent memory in your and muscle memory. in other words,
Yeah.
in your brain. So when you come to those moments in the end game, it just becomes natural.
Mm-hmm.
When you in the zone, I want to tell the listeners this. When you in the zone, it's almost like blanking out. You know what I'm saying? And unless your memory is good, it's like you probably won't realize what happened until after the game is over.
After you watch the highlights.
Yeah, and then you like, damn, I really went on one. For example, I'm gonna give y'all a little personal story. 2 years ago, in a playoff game in an adult league, I played City. I ain't gonna lie to you. I played City the whole season. In that playoff game, I dropped 33, and we only had 4 players. One of our players fouled out, and we had to run a 2-2 zone, and we beat a team that was pretty good, and I dropped 33. Why? Well, I mean, because I am Baylor, but you gotta have that confidence. And I feel like it's only the thing about being clutch though. It's only 2 different type of moments to me. To me personally, it's only 2 moments for you to get that to show your clutchness. It's in the final seconds,
Okay.
and it's taking over in the game.
But how many seconds though? You see, because that's some part where it gets a little tricky. Is it the last 30 seconds? Is it the last 2 minutes? Get what I'm saying?
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said it's 2 different moments. You could do anything leading up to that, and then you could do the remaining whatever it is. It could be in the 4th quarter. It could be in the second half that you down by 30, and you make a comeback. It could be the final shot. It could be the shot that lead up to the final shot.
So all of these moments right here, you saying are considered clutch to you?
No, because you can make clutch free throws.
No, I'm saying everything that you just named, like second half, down by 30, all of that stuff, you saying that's all encompassing in clutch to you, or are those separate from being clutch in your opinion?
Because in order to have the clutch gene, you got to have a little killer instinct in you.
Yes.
You got to have a little killer instinct. Doesn't matter if you're a star, superstar, role player, bench player, you got to have that in you. So yeah, I think it's different moments that elevate your clutchness with 5 seconds left, tied, or being down by 2, being down by 3 to tie the game, taking over in overtime. You know what I mean? So it's different. It's different levels to it, but you're still a clutch player.
That's true. True indeed. So really quick before we start giving out clutch players, which I know will be heavy debate. So I wanted to ask you guys, can you learn how to be clutch, or is it a mentality already instilled in you as a player? Dama, I'll start with you.
I think you can learn it.
Okay. So you think you can start your career not being clutch, and then by the end of your career, you can be a clutch player?
Yeah, because when you given the time to let me see. I'm trying to find the right words. When you put in the right position.
Okay, to succeed, baby.
To succeed, yeah. Then you can learn how to be clutch.
Bill, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with what he just said. Like, some cats is just born. Have you ever seen a cat that's he's just solid, swole for no reason, but he'll tell you, I don't go to the gym. I don't work out.
Exactly.
I just do push-ups. But then you got cats that could actually go to the gym and get in shape and get fit. So it's possible. But the thing about the clutch gene is you also have to sharpen your mind to do it. You have to be allowed. You got to know how to take criticism, because look, nobody's 100%. So you gotta be willing to, you gotta be selfish too.
Yeah,
I would say it's all about the work ethic and willing to learn, because you want to study from past legends and all that stuff. Maybe take a bite out of a book or something and add it to your game.
I agree, and also I think there is a slight difference between a clutch player and a person who happens to hit clutch shots. Think about that. So to me, when I consider a clutch player, it's more so of a MJ, I don't know if LeBron be iffy sometimes. like a Kobe. In addition to, I feel like there's a little bit difference between them and maybe a Robert Horry. That's what I'm saying, the type of clutch shots, because Robert Horry, he happened to hit clutch shots, but I wouldn't necessarily say that he was the most clutch player in my eyes, in my opinion.
He's not the most, but
you could depend on him.
I still consider him a clutch player, because at the end of the day, if he's on the court, it's not like I'm not going to pass him the ball, because he's done it before.
Yes, I agree. But I feel like I hold him into a different tier than I would hold into a Kobe or a Kyrie Irving, guys like that, who I know can create their own shot in a clutch moment. To me, I feel like that's more. You're on a higher level of clutchness, in my opinion.
I agree.
But there's different levels of clutchness
Yes,
because
that's what I'm trying to. There's levels of clutchness.
Because where would you rank the Kyrie 3 over Steph compared to Robert Horry against Sacramento?
Mm-hmm. See, I consider
I would rank that shot higher.
With the Horry shot higher?
No, I would rank the Kyrie shot higher.
Yes.
Why? Because
okay, so be on the same page.
Look what level it was on.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, 100%. I agree. So let's get into our top 5 clutch players in the league currently and why we think y'all. So I guess we'll do this and we'll go 5-5-5, 4-4-4, 3-3-3. We'll go that way. So I'll start off first. Number 5 for me, Dame Lillard. I'm gonna go.
Okay,
Dame
that cancels me out. I got Dame too.
Okay, so number 5 for me, so I got Dame Lillard currently in the NBA. I think he definitely has earned the right to be considered a clutch player in the NBA. And, well, we know this, he is a clutch player. But top, I'm not gonna lie, 5 was very hard for me because I was all over the place a little bit for number 5. But I had to give it to Dame because he has shown me moments where he wants it. And he does have that want it factor. And he does want the ball in those moments. And he's the type of dude who'll tell you, get out the way and let me score. So, Bailey, your number 5 was Dame also. Well, you're a Dame guy.
Yeah, I got Dame. I got Dame in there. I got Dame. I didn't really have him at the 4 and 5 can switch, so I'll put him at 5.
Okay, all right.
But he has shown against my goddamn Lakers time and time again. He has shown it. We already know about the shot against Houston some years back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my guy.
All right, I hear that. So 5 for you, Damo.
Oh, we going up the list, huh?
Yeah. So from 5 on down.
Well, at 5 for me, I got Embiid.
Oh,
Embiid is.
That's wow. I see you, Damo. I was saying that one earlier.
I'm really feeling Embiid's game, man. I mean, he just got everything we were just talking about. Clutch gene. He got the mentality. He's dogging dudes on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what?
He backs it up on the court.
You know, I'll give it to you. That was a bold pick because I really didn't even consider him for my top 5. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Was I disrespectful with that?
I think you're a little disrespectful, man. I think it's time to show a little respect to Embiid.
Wow.
I know why you didn't have him because his durability.
Nah, but you see, I still didn't think of him as like when I thought of clutch, he didn't pop in my brain. But now that I think of it, he does have some clutch moments. But
he got moments.
Yeah, he does. But to top 5 for me is a little strong.
I only did that because I knew.
But you're saying right now, though.
I only did that because I knew I didn't want all of us to have the same players. But
it's all your choice.
Even with that, I got him in my top 5.
I like it though. I like it. I like the boldness. I'm not gonna lie. I like the boldness.
I got a lot of bold ones here.
Number 4 for me. Y'all gonna say I'm a little disrespectful here, but number 4 for me is Kevin Durant. At number 4 for me, and let me tell you why. KD is clutch. Don't get me wrong, fellas. I'm not being that disrespectful. He's very clutch. But my issue with KD is that he's a tad bit of a front runner when it comes to in the clutch. And when I say that, I mean that he's a different level of confident when his team is up or they're tied or something like that, or they're up 1 and he got to take a shot. But to me, when they're down, KD, to me, he looks a tad bit rattled, or he can be rattled at times in the clutch when it's under 2 minutes to go. And sometimes he allows little guys to guard him a lot, especially in the post and the high post. And sometimes, to me, especially on this Golden State Warriors team, other than the finals against LeBron, there were a few times in the Western Conference Finals where he didn't want any smoke at the end of the game. And I was a little disappointed in Kevin Durant. So I tried to drop him down a little bit for me personally. So he's 4 for me.
Me personally, I didn't have KD or Curry in my top 5.
Ooh.
I'm exempting them because there's always a blowout game for them. So it's not even fair.
That's fair.
You know? So, but number 4 for me, I got James Harden.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I got James Harden being clutch, man. I mean, he got the moves, he's got the swagger.
Is he there for the moments?
I believe. I mean, Aside from last year, I mean, see, he has his moments, and then like with Dame, you put Dame in your top 5. Last year he didn't show up.
True indeed. You know? True indeed.
But I would definitely put Harden up there.
Okay,
man. He's up
Baylor,
there,
number 4 for you.
You gonna like this? You gonna like this because what I did was I really had Dame at 4, but because I've seen this man's whole career, and he was actually tied. Just a spoiler alert: Kemba's not in it, and Oladipo is not in it. But he was tied with those 3, and since I swapped with Dame, it's CP3. I'm gonna tell you why. I've seen him do it on 3 different teams. Now, I have a reason for not. He's a clutch player to me, but his career is on the line. Okay,
that's fair.
He's performing clutch moments, but I need more though.
Okay,
because he's bailed out on me a lot.
That's fair, due to injuries, but that's very fair to say. I'm not gonna be mad at you for that. That's very fair.
I have seen him be clutch throughout the game, and I have seen him be clutch with the ball towards the end of the game. I can't knock that. My knock is on his health. Mostly.
Okay.
But overall, yeah, he's a clutch player.
Okay. So since you just did 3, number 4. Now you give out your 3. We'll go reverse order.
Yeah, good you start with me because that's what I got for my number 3 was CP3.
CP3?
Yeah, I'm actually showing respect to the guard.
Thank you.
I'm showing some respect because like Baylor said, he's shown it time and time again on 3 different teams.
I like this.
So
I appreciate
he's a guy you fear in the waning moments of the game.
Okay. Baylor, you're number 3.
I got Kyrie.
Number 3, okay.
I got Kyrie simply off the fact is I know he's a clutch player because he wants to be a clutch player. He just got to stay healthy, and he got it. This is the thing. When it comes down to clutch, you're either gonna go by the eye test or you're gonna go by the numbers. Kyrie is strictly eye test.
Definitely.
Strictly eye test.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he had one of the biggest shots in the finals history.
Yes, he did.
Because if he doesn't knock that down, he makes LeBron finals record a little bit worse.
Yes, 100%. 100%, I agree. I'm glad you went there because that was my number 3. Number 3 was CP3 for me. Number 3 was CP for me. I agree with you guys there. Very clutch. I usually, actually, when I first did the list, I had KD ahead of him. But then I thought about KD, man. I don't like the front runner stuff. So I did have to knock KD down a tad bit. So I got him there. And we both gave out on number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So number 2. Damo, I'll start with you. Who's your number 2?
Number 2. You're going to appreciate this one.
Uh-oh.
I got your boy Kemba.
Oh!
I got Kemba in there, man.
Wow.
That dude had the clutch gene since college.
I'm impressed.
That step back shot, that shot is mean, man. And he does it time and time again. He just happens to play for the Hornets.
Yeah. Baylor, what about you, number 2?
Oh man. I gotta go KD.
Okay.
I have to go KD. Okay. I don't see anybody coming close to, well, actually I got someone better than him, but I don't see anybody in his position coming close to him being a clutch player. Not even Bron. And Bron is in LA.
Yes. That's true. True indeed.
When now this is the thing. The reason why I call him clutch is because he did hold down OKC. He is another killer over there now.
Yes, it is.
And we know, and I don't have him in my top 5, but Westbrook is definitely top 10 clutch players right now.
Okay.
As far as KD though, he feeds off of energy, and I feel like people. Now I know a lot of people attack him, but I also feel like we're ranking him too high.
I don't think got him at number 2. I got him at 4.
No. Oh. I'm talking about overall.
Oh, all time great.
See. People got him as one of the best small forwards of all time. I think he's a great player, but mentally, I don't think he's a great player.
I mean,
can
that's
agree
fair,
with
but you don't think he's a top 4 smarter of all time?
Yeah,
though?
you're kind of wilding with that one,
No. What I'm saying, he is, but I think y'all rank him too high because y'all putting too much on him. I don't think he can handle what y'all think he's supposed to handle. And if he did, if he could, he wouldn't be in Golden State right now.
That's why we're disappointed in him because we feel like he can handle that, and he obviously doesn't think he can handle that. So we want him to do something that he basically doesn't want to do. I guess it looks like.
But I don't think he can do it because he's scared.
That's
he's scared.
He's a hard player to critique because his talent speaks that he's definitely top all time, but mentally. He's kind of weak.
Yes.
And he's my favorite player.
Yep. I'm glad.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Damo. He has the talent to take over, but I feel like him and LeBron is thinking the same way. Also, I think Carmelo late in his career. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the rings at the tech, you can't come sit with us.
But then again, he was smart. He did it while he was in his prime. So now when this summer comes around, he can go out and prove to us. He can come out and show out about this debate.
Yeah. I mean,
he could prove us wrong.
He needs to leave Golden State.
He needs to.
He needs to. Cut the bullshit out.
Where is he going to? Bozo Nation?
I mean,
it would be.
I don't even care, but it would be better. I'd rather see him there than Golden State.
Okay, well, let's put it like this. If he ends his career in Golden State, he will always be ranked lower. But he would just be a great player ranked lower. Right?
Yeah, but I'll give him. You see how LeBron's one championship in Cleveland meant a lot? One championship in KD somewhere else would mean a lot. Even if it's in New York, if it's in Washington, one of those spots, that would mean a lot. He just can't go to Boston.
If he brought the Knicks a championship or OKC a championship, everything, his record is exempt. Like, is expunged. I mean, it's expunged.
Yeah, I would give him a lot more credit. I agree. Number 2 for me was Kyrie for me. And number 1 is nobody for me, fellas.
What?
I don't feel there is not one definitive clutch player in the NBA.
Wow.
You gotta be kidding me.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I guess I was gonna put LeBron there, but
I can't put LeBron there. He can't shoot free throws, and he relies. He needs another superstar.
Like, I have him at 2A, 2B with Kyrie. I'm not gonna lie to you, but to me, there's no definitive cut. There's not one person that I will guarantee put my life on that I would trust.
You gotta stop this.
I kind of feel where you come from.
This.
You looking for somebody like Kobe. That's what you look. You look for Mamba mentality.
There's no guys like that right now to me that I definitively trust. For me to say personally, number 1. I feel like the number 1 spot is up for grabs in Just Blaze's world.
I can agree with that. But my number 1. Mm-hmm. And like I said, my favorite player is Kevin Durant. I would put him number 1, but I said, they're exempt. Him and Curry is exempt because it's always a blowout. We're never going to get to see who's clutching on.
True.
So I got Kyrie number 1.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay, Uncle Drew.
By default.
Bella, what about you? You're number 1.
Come on, Damo. 99.9% of the time, I be agreeing with Damo. Not today. Not today. Because you said
I had to be different, man. I had to be different.
I know. I feel you. But every game is a blowout. Bro, what about before Kevin Durant came there?
Oh, God. He did have some great clutch moments, Steph Curry.
No. Oh, you talking about Kevin Durant. Before he got to Golden State?
No. Damo, how are you considered the greatest shooter we've ever seen, and he's not on anybody's list but mine?
I mean, because listen,
this
like
is
I said,
the only dude. He has the most look away 3-pointers of all time.
It ain't fair,
but that's
man.
not necessarily clutch. How many? He has remember that great clutch shot that he had in OT against Oklahoma City. When he went to close the game in overtime. But he goes into the same thing, I feel like, with Kevin Durant, with a tad bit of the front running. When they're behind, though, can you think of that many shots where Curry made game-winning buzzer beaters to win the game when they're behind? They're more.
But see now you're talking about buzzer beaters. We're not just talking about buzzer beaters. We're talking about We're talking about actually coming back. We're talking about free throws.
True.
The whole nine.
True indeed. That is very.
So you
true.
don't
All
think
right,
you don't think
right.
You don't think Curry of all guards is not a clutch player?
No, he is a clutch player. I'm not disrespecting him saying he's not clutch, but I'm saying to be number one, I'm not definitively giving it to him number one. But Curry is definitely clutch. Most definitely. You always fear him. Like I said before, if the opposing defense fears you when you touch the ball late in that shot clock or under 2 minutes or whatever the case may be, then you're definitely a clutch player. So I'm not gonna disrespect.
To me, the top 3 most dangerous guards under 2 minutes, game tied or even down by 1 or 2, is Curry, Kyrie, and Dame Lillard. Those 3 right there. I've seen those cats go crazy under those 2 minutes.
I mean, that's fair.
And Curry can shoot all over the damn court.
Yeah.
So you have to guard him coming past half court. You have to.
True that. So fellas, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Our top 5 clutch players all time. So this time we're gonna go 1 through 5, 5 through 1, whatever you want to go throughout your whole 5. So I'm gonna start off here, and I know our list, all 3 of our lists is gonna be totally different right now because now this is where
our friendships is over with.
Oh,
our
yeah.
friendships is over.
I already know y'all gonna get a little tight at me for this list. I'm not gonna wait. You know what? I'll go first.
You sure?
Why? I already know mine is the most blasphemous out of all 3 of us. I already know it. You want to go first,
No,
Damo?
go ahead. No, you know what? Let me go first.
Okay,
Let me go first.
Step up to the challenge.
We doing all our...
All 5.
All 5?
Man, you better
All
talk
right.
that shit, Damo.
Well, we all know, and he better be number 1 in all our lists.
Okay.
It's none other than the GOAT himself, MJ.
Okay.
Do I really need to go into details?
I mean, no, you can say whatever you want. You're going to have your piece on your 5.
Number 2,
Mm-hmm.
I got Larry Legend, man. I got Larry Bird.
You got the bad back assassin himself.
Anybody that could talk crap to you on the floor, hit a shot in your face and walk off. I mean, that's a bad man right there.
Okay.
So I got Bird number 2. I got Reggie number 3.
Okay. I see what you're doing here.
The chokehold in the garden.
I like.
The guy's unfathomable. Number 4, I got Kobe.
Okay.
I know you like that, Baylor.
He don't like that order, though.
I don't like that order at all.
And number 5, y'all might judge me for this.
Uh-huh.
I got the truth.
Paul Pierce?
I got Pierce.
Whoa.
I got Pierce. I got Pierce in there.
2 Boston Celtics up there.
Wow.
I got Paul Pierce in there.
The blasphemy.
The only reason why I didn't put your guy in there because I know he's in your 5 already.
Blasphemy.
Because he did that little bitch move. So I couldn't put him in there. And I know he's gonna be in there already. That's why I didn't put your
I
man
don't
in
know
there.
who you talking about.
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, we know. I know who you
But
talking
the
about.
honorable mentions I got on there though, I got Ginobili, Dirk, Jerry West.
Don't do honorable mentions yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My fault.
We're all gonna do those.
Hey, Damo went off. Damo said, "Hey, before y'all retaliate, I'm gonna give y'all some more clips and get out of here."
Paul Pierce. Damn. Okay, BTG, give out your 5.
All right, we started from 1, right?
Yeah, whichever one. Yeah, you can start from 1.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. All right, now I got MJ. He's not my GOAT, but I got MJ at number 1. I don't see how Damo ain't got Kobe at number 2, and Kobe is the replica of MJ. I got Reggie Miller because he damn near built the Garden. Okay, he probably owns that. Oh yeah, and this is where it gets funky at. Just like you got 2 Boston Celtics in your top 5, I got 2 Lakers in my top 5. And that's my man Robert Horry.
What? Wow.
Yeah, I love the reaction, baby.
Oh my God. Get this man a drink.
What? Robert
Wait,
Horry?
you gotta explain this.
Why not?
That high?
Why wouldn't he be?
Damn.
You might as well put Derek Fisher up in there.
Yeah.
Now look, I got Dirk as my honorable mention, but I was going to explain that later.
Derek Fisher?
He said Derek Fisher.
Not Dirk.
Oh, Derek Fisher? He got the point 4. We already know the fish that saved LA. I get it.
Okay.
But at five, this is personal. This is personal. And he's probably the only cat that I respect with that jersey on. And that's Chauncey Billups.
I'm not mad at that.
I definitely thought about Mr. Big Shot.
Yes. He definitely was in consideration. Okay, Bella, I like that. I knew all three of our lists would be. Listen, my list.
I know your list is abysmal.
I already know he got game, UConn, Seattle.
You know what it is,
right
Bella.
there, Milwaukee, and Boston. That's 5 right there.
Listen, man. Whew.
Walter.
I gotta school you fellas on the top 5 clutch players of all time, man. My personal list, subjective to me, who do I trust most with the game on the line? Number 1, MJ, of course. Well, I think we are all unanimous there with the GOAT, MJ. Number
Not
2,
my GOAT.
Number 2 for me, reluctantly, I'm gonna have to go Kobe with number 2. Reluctantly, Kobe, because
it's the 1A, 1B thing.
Yes, because you know why I respect Kobe. I hate Kobe, by the way.
I hated him too.
I hate Kobe, but
I hated Kobe.
I hate him, man. But I respect that man's drive. I respect his heart. And he wants it every time. You get what I'm saying? And you gotta respect that. That's what I want in the clutch play.
I respect his competitiveness to the game. I mean, it was
100%.
like no other, man.
Yeah, 100%. That's why, Baylor, I always get mad at you for hating on CP when Chris Paul and Kobe is cut from the same cloth of player. They the same type.
How?
They are. With the mentality. Are you kidding? The competitive drive? I mean, it must be nice. Give CP a Shaq. I mean, he'll have 3 too.
No. I'm not going that far. I'm not going that far.
Jesus Christ. Well, man,
he had a Tyson Chandler.
Please. Number 3 for me, Jesus Shuttlesworth, Ray Allen. Number 3 for me. He's got to be up there. Had the greatest shot of NBA Finals history, Ray Allen. Clutch, ridiculous. Number 4, this is where y'all gonna...
Oh, boy.
Carmelo Anthony.
I had a feeling. I was going to put Melo in there.
I like that.
I was about to say, don't hate on Carmelo Anthony in the clutch. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
Not Carmelo Anthony, prime Melo. Yeah. In the clutch. I'm fearing that man with the game on the line, the last 2 minutes. Listen, you can't stop him from scoring. You can't stop him from getting the shot that he wanted to get whenever he wanted it. There's many times he's school LeBron.
Oh, definitely.
Lala can stop him.
That's for damn sure. I got Melo number 4. And number 5 for me, I was struggling with number 5, but I'm going to have to go D-Wade as number 5, man.
He almost made mine.
I had him in my thoughts.
I'm going to go D-Wade because I really do trust D-Wade with the ball in his hands at the end of the game. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, he was a slasher. I can trust him to say he won't always settle for a jump shot. There's many times where I see D-Wade go to the rim and he'll make sure he'll get those 2 fouls. And that's why I give him that respect to give him in my top 5 for me, D-Wade.
I agree with that. You can't go wrong with that.
I thought y'all was going to fight me on those last 3.
I ain't going to fight you on that. I ain't going to fight you on that.
Okay. So...
Ray Allen a bitch, though.
Well, y'all love hating on my guys. What I tell you, man. I know y'all love hate greatness. It's all good. Some honorable mentions. I'll throw out honorable mention or 2. Dirk Nowitzki. Definitely should be in consideration. Could be top 10. I'm not mad at Dirk Nowitzki at all. And who else was in my other? I could go Steph Curry as well. I could go him in clutch, top 10 all time. He definitely will be. And Magic as well. Nobody even brought Magic up for being an honorable mention. He was definitely clutch as well. Magic Johnson. So Baylor, some honorable mentions for you.
I got Marbury.
Oh, Steph. You got him like
Steph.
a top 10 level? Top.
Oh, well, all time? Oh, man. Nah, probably not all. I got Dirk, Ginobili, T-Mac. And I think that, I mean, it's you can't really go. It's a lot of cats out there. You can go Larry. You can throw Larry out there. You can go Isaiah Thomas.
I know people gonna say we disrespectful for not even having that Larry near our top 5.
No, well, you know, I mean, when you got cats like D'Angelo.
Damo, some honorable mentions for you.
Well, you know, I had Ginobili, Dirk, Ray, because he a bitch. And got Mr.
Ray,
Logo, Mr. Logo himself, Jerry West, Hondo, John Havlicek.
But so are we considering, how clutch are we considering your man T-Mac? How clutch?
Man,
he up there with me. I remember that brutal game between him and Ray Ray. Oh man! And then we know what he did in that Rockets uniform.
Yeah, with that 13, was it 9 seconds? Oh, 9 points. 13 points in 9 seconds.
13 points in 33 seconds.
Yeah, against the Spurs, I believe it was. Yeah, that was that was a clutch moment, right?
I mean, he's definitely up there, but it pains me to say this. It's just he didn't have the chance to do it at the highest level.
Oh, so you mean because it wasn't in later rounds, you're knocking him down a notch? I put him back a notch, but he's like I said, he's one of my favorites all time. He top 10 for me? Yeah, clutch.
Yeah, I put him top 10.
Okay.
Just because he's my favorite. He's one of my favorite players.
Okay, so you're giving it to him off GP. Wow.
Off GP. But another guy we forget about is Gilbert Arenas.
Oh yeah.
Gilbert was pretty damn clutch.
Yes. You know, also as well, Baron Davis was very clutch.
Definitely.
Yeah. Baron and Chauncey go hand in hand. It's just, I think Chauncey did it a little bit. Well, he had a longer career.
Yes.
But
Baron.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was gonna say Chauncey and Baron Davis. Those are like my dark horse, favorite players of all time.
Yeah.
Fellas, I got a question because I had a hard time with Chauncey Billups, man. I was thinking about having him up there. Would I be wilding for that?
Up where, like top 5?
Top 10 at least.
Yeah, Bella had him in his top 5. Didn't you have Chauncey in your top 5?
Chauncey was like number like 3 or 4 or something like that.
For you?
Yeah.
See?
What do you think?
I think it was right after Dame.
All time.
All time.
Yeah.
All time. He definitely top 10.
Okay, yeah, top 10 for me also.
Yeah, I thought I was kind of bugging because I thought maybe it was other people out there I could put in there, but Chauncey Billups,
if you wanted to go the old school route and the cats in the 80s and the 70s, but I seen Chauncey play his whole career.
Man, Chauncey Billups was a dude I feared coming down the court in the fourth quarter.
Really quick before we move on, are we considering Kawhi Leonard to be very clutch? What are our thoughts on Kawhi? Because he's very tricky when it comes to being clutch.
You know what, Jess? I'm glad you brought him up because I was thinking about him too when we were talking about current players, but he's been out too much. That's the only reason why I didn't put him in there, but he's pretty damn clutch himself.
When he was in San Antonio, how clutch do we consider him? Bale, I'm asking you, how clutch do you consider Kawhi?
Well, you know what? The thing is, when we talk about clutch, we only consider one side of the ball mostly.
Yeah.
And his offense has been developing throughout his career, but he has been clutch on defense.
He definitely has. 100%.
So yeah, he's a clutch player. It's just that we want more now. That's all.
For me, I want to see what he would do with his own team.
Yes.
That's what give him the nod for me.
Yeah, we're gonna learn a lot about Kawhi now in these next coming years, especially this year and next year. These next 2 years, we're gonna learn a lot about Kawhi Leonard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%. So family, now it's time for the crossover segment.
Not a game. We talking about practice.
So for my new listeners, I'll be throwing out player comparisons from different eras. My guests, Bella and Damo, act as GM, and they tell me who they would take out of the two in their prime if they were building a team. So I dug in the archives for this one for y'all this week, especially for this first one here. So first, I'm going to start off with Bella, and then Damo, I'm going to go to you after. So fellas, building a team, are you taking a prime Michael Redd? Think about Michael Redd from the Milwaukee Bucks.
Michael Reds.
Michael Redd or a CJ McCollum. No, the team. Let me give you the career stats. Michael Redd, 19 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 44% from the floor, and a one-time All-Star. CJ McCollum, 17 points per game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 45% from the floor, and the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Bale, I'm going to start with you. Going Michael Redd or CJ?
I'm going CJ because he's more versatile. When I think of Michael Redd, I think of him just standing in the corner and knocking it down. Now, he was a great shooter, but off the dribble, I don't trust his life. I actually like CJ as a better player overall. And I think that Portland team needs to split up. I just don't think CJ still has enough talent to run his own team. So if I had to rank the two, I would consider Michael Redd a solid third option on a championship team, and I would consider CJ probably a second or third option on it. Just a little bit higher than Michael Redd.
That's interesting, Damo.
That's funny you said that. I mean, you said you don't see CJ McCollum running his own team, but Michael Redd he was running Milwaukee for a little while.
He was.
How'd he do?
I mean, he did
was
pretty.
An all-star
he was he was definitely clutch. Shit, we should have had him up there too, Michael Redd. I'm gonna go with Michael Redd, man, because he's proven already, and that's a good comparison you brought up for the crossover, because they both had slow starts to their career. Yeah. They wasn't the guy coming out when they first came in the league. But Michael Redd, man, yeah, he was the man at one point, so I had to give him the nod for that. He seen what he could do with his own team.
I'm glad I could break this tiebreaker right here. Because I'm not gonna lie, Bella, I think you sleeping on Michael Redd, my brother. Michael Redd.
He had a sneaky little handle, Bella.
Yo, Michael Redd.
He could get to the basket.
He was a few years where he was getting hurt out there in Milwaukee, but he had a few years where he was definitely over 20 very easily. Right? He I don't know if he won a 3-point shootout, but he was definitely, top 3 shooter in the league when he was at the top of his game. He was a leader of his team. Not that his teams did very well. Did they even go to the playoffs? I believe they went once.
I think they went once.
Once or twice. But that's because he was the main player, the number 1 offensive option on the team. CJ McCollum as a number 1 option,
don't really know about that yet.
Where that team would go. I'm gonna be quite honest with you.
I don't think the team will go anywhere. I think he'll get him some numbers though.
But how much numbers do you think he would get? Would it be empty stats?
They'll definitely be empty. I think he can average anywhere between 20, 22, 23 points a game.
But he does that right now, technically. With Damian Lillard, he averaged 21 or 22 or something like that. So I feel like
No, go ahead.
I feel like with the defense geared toward him as a number 1 option, I think he would actually regress. Even though he is nice, he can ball, he has a great handle, he's very versatile. But I feel like because he has a small frame and he is kind of an undersized 2 guard, that if him being the number 1 option, I think will be a problem for him. But on a championship caliber team, I honestly think he's a 3rd option on a championship caliber team, in my opinion.
3rd option?
Yeah, a 3rd option.
Well, pick a team then.
Like Houston. What if he was on Houston? Not gonna go Golden.
What if he was in LA?
What if he was the Lakers?
Yeah.
He would definitely be second. Yeah, he'll be second.
Would he though?
He's a much better player.
Scoring option.
He's a much better player than B.I.
Yes, I can agree there. He's definitely a better scorer, but are you running your offense through CJ over B.I.?
I think you can run the offense through him. I think he's that versatile. He's like a lower version of James Harden. He could get his own basket and he could create for others.
In the clutch moments, is he getting his own basket? Or if you progress Brandon Ingram's career to become that type of player, or a Kuzma, either one, it might be easier for them to get their shot off.
We'll never see it. We'll never see it with Will McCollum because he already has a cat over there that's clutch.
Yep, I 100% agree. That's true. That's interesting. So next up, building the team. Are you taking a prime J Kidd or Ben Simmons when building a team? Let me give you the career stats. Ben Simmons, 15, 8, and 8. 1 steal, 50% from the floor, rookie of the year. J Kidd, 12 points per game, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal. Only a 40% from the floor, which I was rather surprised at. Only 40%, but He pulled it off in other ways. 1-time champ and 10-time All-Star for J Kidd. Damo, I'm gonna start with you. You taking a Ben Simmons right now, or you taking a prime J Kidd if you are building your team?
Okay, if I'm building a team, I honestly, I don't like Ben Simmons, but I would want to pick him because he's big and you just can't stop him from going to the basket. But the guy can't shoot free throws, man. He can't. It's all right. He doesn't have a shot. He goes to the basket. He does the right thing. But when I can't rely on him from the free throw line. I gotta go with J Kidd.
I'm gonna go with J Kidd. BTG.
Of course, I'm going with J Kidd. I'm West Coast bias for one, and for two, there's a thing called Rondo him, and you know what that means, right?
Yeah,
we play right off of him.
That's it.
I think I have more 3-point attempts than Ben Simmons in the league.
Isn't Jason Kidd one of the top 3 pointer? He got one of them 3-point records in the league.
Yeah,
J Kidd can shoot. J Kidd can shoot. He's not a shooter, but he can shoot the ball.
Exactly. You can't leave him open.
But remember, fellas, there was a point in time of Jason Kidd's career where they call him
Acing Kidd.
Acing Kidd with no J.
But he
couldn't shoot.
That's the drive we hope Ben Simmons get. Because see, J Kidd, they call him Acing Kidd, and he went and got that J.
That's exactly why I brought him up. So who's to say that Ben Simmons can't eventually gain a jump shot?
Maybe we could come back to this topic another time and we'd be like, hey, look.
Well, we got to come back later on then. But right now,
I think I'm going to go with Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Jason Kidd, his trophy case is looking way chunkier than
that's true.
Ben's right now.
True indeed, but it is individual accomplishment aside. But we do have a trifecta here. I am going Jason Kidd as well. But to me, if I'm building a team, right, I might choose Ben Simmons because he is the physical prototype, because he is a mismatch, basically. He is a walking mismatch. That's like saying you're having a baby Magic Johnson in your hand. Magic Johnson prototype. And then you got J Kidd right there. Think about it. You can create more of a mismatch with Ben Simmons, but to me, I don't consider Ben Simmons a leader, and I don't really see the leader aspect in him personally. But to me, Jason Kidd was always a leader coming out of college.
Right, and you love leaders.
Yeah,
so
and you know me, I'm a leader guy. I love leaders. So, no, I'm going with Jason Kidd. Yeah, I'm going with Jason Kidd. But I'm saying it's more so because of the leadership aspect. I feel like Ben Simmons low-key might become a better player when it's all said and done than J Kidd. He could be.
It's possible.
He definitely could be. But to me, the leader aspect is why I would always take J Kidd over Ben Simmons to me. But think about it. Ben Simmons, he could definitely be better than J Kidd when it's all said and done.
How high do you guys have the ceiling for this guy?
Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
Baylor, what about you? What do you think? What's your ceiling for Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons will not be a top 50 player of all time.
Wow. Why you say that?
Because we already got too many established for one, and
what about a top 10 point guard?
Look, hear me. I'm not hating because I wanted him prior to Lonzo. Ben Simmons is a guy that I wanted, but right now, what I'm seeing, he is a jump shot away from being, I would say, a top 15 point guard of all time. But he got to go get it, though, Just.
He do got to go get it, man. I mean, that's
he got to go get it.
He got to show and prove.
And if we're holding him that high, not only does he have to get the jump shot, but he got to get some W's. And I got to see some playoff wins.
Oh, I got to see some playoff. I need to see some playoff intensity from him, because remember, he did get held to a donut, right? Oh, 1 point, I believe, last year.
Yeah, because as of right now, Drew Holiday, his playoff experience is looking a little bit better than Ben's.
I think in order for Ben to succeed, I don't even think he needs a jump shot. He just needs a post game, because, like you said before, he's a mismatch anywhere you put him. If he gets a post game, he can get in there whenever he feels like. He don't even need the jump shot.
And then have a semi jump shot. Honestly,
not only that though, but if he get a post game, then he's taken away from his number one thing, and that's distributing the ball.
Really though, because he'll be drawing in the defenders. All he got to do is kick it out.
Okay, so let's go back to what Just said. You still got to be able to make it.
Yeah.
They're not going to respect.
They're not going to scoring in order for them to double team. Like, you have to have some type of turnaround.
But that's what I'm saying about the post
maybe
game.
A little hook shot.
Yeah.
I feel okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I just feel like his just shooting mechanic. He's just not confident shooting the ball.
The free throw, man. If he can make free throws, I have a little bit more fear.
The fact that we're asking a guard to make free throws is really ridiculous.
Exactly.
I mean, look at Blake Griffin. How many times have we slandered him for not having a great post game? I mean, he keeps doing that corkscrew
I definitely
twist in the post.
Yeah, that's true. But speaking of Blake, can we give Blake a little bit of love?
He gets all the love over it. Hey, he's killing over there in Detroit.
He is. But I put Blake on notice a few episodes ago, and my man Blake is delivering, man. I'm not gonna lie. He's definitely been balling. I'm proud of him right now.
MVP candidate?
Yeah, you gotta give it to him. I mean, shit, it's only 10 games. You might as well give it to him.
That's true.
I got a lot of candidates in there.
Yeah, but listen, they gotta get to the playoffs this year. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah,
there's no excuse for Detroit not to be at least an 8th seed, and for Blake to be an all-star this year. Anything less than those two is a failure for Blake for me.
That is true, but at the same time, I'm putting him in the same boat as KD and these other cats that I think we're still ranking these cats too high.
But to get to the playoffs, though, that's not asking them. 8th seed? I'm not asking the home court.
In the East, yeah, you're right. If they're not, they gotta grab that 6th or even that 5th seed for me in Detroit. They have to.
See, I was going 8. I didn't even give him that much credit. I was going 8. I can't trust Reggie Jackson and Drummond.
Well, if you're an MVP candidate, bro, that's true. In the East. Yeah. I'm asking you to get to the 5th or the 6th seed as an MVP candidate.
Agreed. Listen, he got to show out, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really looking into Blake this season, man. Shout out to him. Fellas, I appreciate y'all joining me for the Clutch Gene episode. I know those lists that we had for all time was crazy, man. All three of us.
I kind of want to touch back on the current players. I think we forgot somebody.
Who's that?
Bradley Beal.
For top 5?
I think we forgot about him, man.
How many moments has Bradley Beal had?
He's had some moments. Remember that moment against the Spurs? That step back J over LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah.
I think we need more from him.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen enough. Yeah, I think that's
and I need more from outside the wall again.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
But that team, they need to just break that team up, man, because they let me down right now.
Oh, now that you brought that up, is it too early for Tatum to be in the top 5 of Clutch?
You know what? I forgot about him too.
Ooh.
Jason Tatum.
Am I jumping out the window?
Whoa. Yeah, you are jumping out the window. You want to know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're contradicting yourself with KD.
What, being a front runner?
No, but he's surrounded by so much talent, though.
True, but my issue with KD with Clutch was that he's a front runner. Like, I feel like his energy changes when they're up a little bit or when they're tied. Like, I see Jason Tatum look like he really wants the ball. He did wave off Kyrie.
He don't shy away from the moment.
Yo, that wave off is top 5.
Yeah. Yo, that was very impressive, man.
Because he waved off another Clutch cat, though.
Yes.
That's the thing. That's just the only beginning of things to come.
I'm not gonna lie. He could sneak into
He could sneak
5.
in there.
More Clutch than Dame?
Hell no.
Nah.
Come on. All right.
Okay.
Can't put him that high yet. He needs more body of work, but he could sneak in there.
I was checking the temperature, fellas. Oh, man. And with that being said, we got to get on out of it. So, BTG, my brother, once again, thank you for joining me, my brother, for episode 73, the Clutch Gene, brother. Penthouse spot.
Oh, yeah. Hey, no doubt. The next 5 games should be winnable. So if we don't win the next 4 out of... we got to win the next 4 out of 5 so that seat could, settle down a little bit.
It's good to see you still keeping hope alive over there, brother. Y'all need some of that LeVar Ball magic, man.
Hey, man, I'm optimistic. I'm equal opportunity. Look, Luke went to Arizona. I hate Arizona.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate Arizona. But you know what? We got to let them live, Just. Let them live. Let them breathe a little bit.
I'm letting them breathe, man. We're going to finish out the season, Luke, unless something drastic
happens. You're not... Hey, but remember, though, I'm not saying that you're wrong because he could get fired. either before All-Star or after.
Listen,
And you wouldn't be wrong, but I'm just saying you gotta let him live though.
Okay.
come on, we all know Magic got something up his sleeve. This is not the
Yeah, he
end
do.
result.
You damn sure.
Yeah, he does.
The Godfather is at work, man. He's at work. Mafia Magic, as you like to call him, Baylor.
Yeah.
So that's episode 73, Above the Rim, and we out.